over on Netflix, arriving on Friday the 7th of June. We have an action comedy film called Hitman, and here's a clip.
My name is Gary Johnson, and I'm a fake hitman. I realized not everyone fantasized about the same hitman. Every sting operation was a performance. This is serious.
I am in service business.
And each arrest was like a standing ovation.
So this is from director Richard Linklater, who you may know from, he's made so many great films. He made the sort of coming-of-age period film Dazed and Confused, about kind of American high school. And he also made that brilliant film Boyhood, which follows a boy on his journey to becoming a man, and was filmed over many years. An amazing piece of work. So with this, he has teamed up with Glen Powell, who you might know. He has worked with Linklater before, but he's probably best known for being in Top Gun Maverick. And he co-wrote it, but he also plays the star role, the title role. It's based on a true story, incredibly, of this guy, Gary Johnson. So he's a philosophy professor, but he also likes sort of tinkering with electronics in his spare time, as well as bird watching. And he gets a job with the police, kind of helping them build sort of hidden microphones and recording devices to sort of entrap people, you know. Circumstances conspire, and he ends up standing in for the cop who would usually go in wearing the wire on these jobs where people have kind of on the lookout for a hitman to kind of dispatch someone. So the cops send in a fake hitman, record the conversation, arrest them. I mean, Gary's a very mild-mannered guy, but once he gets into the role of the pretend hitman, he's just incredibly confident. He comes across brilliantly as like a tough guy who would, you know, kill someone for $200. It's got a slight caper feel to it. It is very funny. First half hour or so, he decides he will tailor the hitman's personality and appearance to the client. So we see him wearing various disguises and meeting various different kind of low-life types, or some quite high society types as well, who want to off someone for whatever reason. So that's kind of Act 1, I guess. And then Act 2, he meets this woman called Madison, played by Adria Arjona, who has an abusive husband who she wants to get rid of. He falls for her. I'm not going to say any more about what happens. But yeah, it's a very unusual premise. And the fact that it's based on a true story is remarkable. And Powell, he is great in the lead role, and I absolutely love Richard Linklater films. So a lot to recommend this. What did you think, Hannah?
Do you know what? It's not particularly my cup of tea, you know, on the tin, if you like. But with all these things, in a duty of care that we have to give, you know, everybody, you know, kind of full, well, for me, certainly to watch things properly, to give everybody a full opinion. I liked it more than I thought I would. You're absolutely right. You know, the main character is, it's weird because I always find, like, you know, scary things along with comedy quite weird as a genre, and then this is a kind of the action comedy. But you know, the lead here absolutely takes the part on with gusto, and I think without him it wouldn't work. So I enjoyed it far more than I thought I would. I found it a bit silly in places, and you know, when you can probably hear the enthusiasm when I was talking about, you know, the last like Queenie, that excitement and that kind of like, I'm into this. I didn't feel that in the same way. I think I could have walked away from it, but this particular genre doesn't really hook me in the same way. But I do think the enthusiasm from the lead and the way they carry off the you know, the punchlines and what have you kind of makes it quite enjoyable. So I'm almost there, but probably not quite as bought into it.